구원해준 나의 천사 나의 세상 난 이상 새 고향이 널 만나러
Wayne grips her teeth so hard her jaw aches as she watches Jimin tilt her back over the running water. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't flinch. He just looks at her like she deserves every damn punishment in the universe. Stop it, she warns, stepping forward. But he already lets go. The splash is loud, embarrassing, irritating, and Wayne's eyes go huge as her back sinks, soaking through all her notes like some tragic slow motion drama happening only to her. Suck it, Jimin mutters, brushing imaginary dust off his palms like he didn't just ruin half of her semester. Wayne scrambles to the stream, pulling the bag up, dripping and pathetic. Saren drops beside her, inspecting it like she's diagnosing a corpse. Oh my god, I left the loo for 2 minutes. Saren groans, flicking her eyes between them like she can't decide which one is more annoying. Wayne looks up at Jimin, who stands there with the smuggest face she has ever seen. She wants to throw him in next. She gets up, tossing her hair back, and grabs a fistful of his annoyingly perfect three-layered wheat field hair. You, she starts yanking and Jimin whines instantly. You better take your hands off my luscious hair. Stop. But she pulls harder out of pure spite. She's ready to give him a ball spot when the professor steps right into their chaos. Are you adults? He asks, tone flat, disappointed, exhausted. Wayne freezes, Jimin freezes, Seren freezes. They stand there like children caught stealing chalk in kindergarten. The professor sighs loudly. Haru, he calls, and the boy jogs toward them with the clipboard. Who is Wayan pairing with today? Haru checks the list calmly. Seren, he answers, and Wayan relaxes for exactly 1 second before the professor shakes his head. Wayan and Jimin it is. He announces like a judge delivering a punishment. Haru strikes the name and writes Jimin beside Wayan. Both their eyes go wide, identical horror on their faces. Sir, please go. I'm really sorry. Wayan pleads, but he's already walking away. Jimin stares at her. She stares at him. Seren looks like she's watching the trailer of a horror movie. Wine holds her dripping back, hair stuck to her face, dignity on life support, and Jimin just smirks, because of course he does. Wine stares at the cold metal circling her wrist, connecting to Jimin like the universe hates her personally. I hate my life, she mutters, loud enough for the trees, not the professor, to hear. The professor looks anyway, already exhausted by their existence. He gives them the kind of stare that says, if I could legally throw you into the forest without food, I would. Then walks away. Wyan looks at Jimin immediately, and Jimin is already looking at her like she's a virus he accidentally breathed in. I hate you, he whispers, low, sharp, personal. Wyan squints at him, eyes searching the space around them like she's looking for something to throw. Wondering why did I ask for your opinion, she snaps, flipping her hair before glaring straight into his eyes. They walk toward the rest of the group, wrists chained, steps uneven, hating every shared breath. Pairs stand in a queue, obedient and excited. Unlike these two disasters, forced together against all laws of the universe. Saren and Haru walk ahead, cuffed and oddly peaceful. Wine groans louder. The professor yells from the front, "Follow the ribbons." Everyone's echoes. Essa and starts down the forest trail. Sunlight hits through the trees, warm and pretty, completely opposite of Poin's mood. She watches Saren and Haru smiling and almost throws up from irritation. Jimin stays strangely quiet, like he's trying hard, so hard to stay calm. But Ryan's every exaggerated groan makes something twitch in his jaw. Finally, he snaps. "Can you stop groaning for 1 minute? As if you're the only one being punished," he mutters, tugging the cuff. The cuff yanks her wrist, painfully sharp. "Don't pull it, it hurts." She hisses, pulling it back toward herself, making him wince in return. Jimin whines right back, both of them dragging each other like two chaotic goats tied together for a school play. Ryan nearly trips when Jimin turns to her with that offended look he always wears around her. "It's all because of you," he says, loud enough for the trees to hear. Ryan's eyes widen like he just accused her of murder. "Me? You threw my bag into the water," she fires back, hugging the damp strand like it is her dying bed. Jimin huffs, breath sharp, annoyed, dramatic in all the ways he pretends he isn't. "You threw my cigarettes into the water." Ryan scoffs at him, bold, unapologetic. "Yes, I hate the smell," she says like she is doing him a health favor. Jimin steps closer, too close, the cuff tightening between them. He looks like a man who just lost his entire personality to nicotine withdrawal. He leans down slightly. "You deserve only hell for what you did." Why is Muggs brushing up past him? "And you? Fallen angel or what?" she mutters before walking toward the group. But Jimin yanks her back by the cuff instantly, making her stumble into him. "Why are you troubling me all the time?" He grows. Wayne squints him before speaking like he's the one who needs therapy. "It's you. You give me a headache every day. You call me a loser in front of my parents just because I didn't score well." She looks away for a second, remembering the humiliation, then stares back at him. "You called out my confidence when I tried to give a speech on stage. You made everything hell." Jimmy doesn't even blink when she finishes. He has a list ready, stacked like a legal case. Mixed the wrong chemicals and I almost got burnt because of you. Jimmy argues, "Don't sharp. You challenged me to score better than you, and then you threw trash in my locker." Mine freezes mid breath, blinking slow. "I didn't throw trash into your locker." Jimmy squints like he's absolutely sure. "No, you did." Mine lifts her chin higher. "I didn't," she repeats, voice firm, serene. The forest goes quiet around them, as if it is also waiting for the truth to fall out of someone's mouth. Ryan stops mid-step. Something feels wrong. The forest is too quiet, too still. Only the leaves rustle above them, and their own breathing fills the space. A distant bird calls, but everything else feels empty, hollow, wrong. They snap their heads toward the group at the same time, and their eyes widen. The group is gone, completely gone. Not a shoe, not a shadow, not even Saint's loud voice floating anywhere. Nothing. They turn to each other instantly. Shit, they say together before sprinting toward the direction they last saw everyone. Leaves crunch under their feet. As Wine shouts, they have gone lost, panic rising in her chest like a warning alarm. Jimin glances at her while running. "We are the one who got lost, loser," he says, breath uneven, but he still keeps pace with her. Wayne huffs, pushing branches aside, determined. She swears this is the right path, the one the group took. "This way," she says, tucking him forward by the cuff. Jane follows with a grunt. But the deeper they go, the more wrong everything feels. The trees look unfamiliar. The light feels different. The ribbons tied on branches are gone. They stop, both breathing heavily, staring at the giant tree trunk in front of them. No ribbons, no footprints, no voices, just forest following everything. No, Wine whispers, voice shrinking. Her heart sinks like a stone tossed into water. Yes, Jimin replies, staring at the same trunk. Chest rising and falling. He turns slowly, eyes scanning the empty woods. We got lost. Wine gulps, turning in circles. That reality sinking into her bones. They are alone, handcuffed in the forest. "It's because of you," Jimin mutters, jaw ticking as they keep walking with no real direction. No signal, no trail, nothing except trees that all look the same. Wayne scoffs even though she knows she's wrong. "Me? You ruined my life first." Jimin doesn't reply, and that silence is somehow worse than their usual fights. No snark, no rolling eyes, no petty comments, just him, tensed and focused, scanning the woods for any sign of the group. Wayne gulps. Quiet Jimin feels unsettling. Their fingers brush again as they walk, the metal cuff pulling slightly with each step. Wayne winces. Her wrist hurts every time the angle changes. And then the worst, it's her. Her leg tangles together, thighs squeezing. Disaster incoming. Great. Walk properly, Jimin says, annoyed. Mia snaps her head at him. "I wanna be," she blurts, voice trembling as she tries not to burst. Jimin freezes, ears reddening. "Hold it in," he says, looking anywhere but her face. "I did," she hisses, "but now I cannot." She's practically jumping in place. Jimin sighs, rubbing his forehead like he aged 10 years. "Okay, okay, over there." He drags her toward a big, thick tree trunk, the cuff clicking miserably. He positions them so their tied hands wrap around one side of the trunk. "Do it fast." Wine glares at him, rosy eyes. Jimin throws his head back with the most dramatic sigh and snaps. "Trust me, I had rather gouge my eyes out than see you being princess." She rolls her eyes so hard that they almost fall. "Fine." She squats down, squatting embarrassment more than gravity. Of course, Jimin automatically drops into a squat too, dragged by the cuff. He groans. "Yeah, you should have warned me. I would have squatted first."